Tragic new details of Gary Coleman ruined after these secrets were revealed. Gary Coleman was born Gary Wayne Coleman on February 8, 1968, in Zion, Illinois, and became one of the most iconic child stars of the 1970s and 1980s. Despite his small stature, due to a congenital kidney disease that stunted his growth, Coleman had a larger-than-life presence on screen. His role as Arnold Jackson on the hit sitcom Diff'Rent Strokes catapulted him to fame, making him a household name. The show, which aired from 1978 to 1986, revolved around two African-American brothers adopted by a wealthy white businessman. Coleman's catchphrase, "What you talkin' 'bout, Willis?" became a cultural touchstone, embodying his comedic timing and ability to deliver memorable lines with charm and humor. Gary Coleman's journey into show business was both a product of fate and talent. Born with nephritis, a chronic kidney condition that required frequent medical attention, he underwent multiple surgeries, including 2 kidney transplants. This condition limited his growth, resulting in his short stature, but it did not hinder his aspirations. Adopted by W.G. Coleman, a forklift operator, and Edmonia Sue, a nurse practitioner, Gary's parents were supportive of his early interest in acting. His big break came when he was discovered by a talent agent at an early age. Before landing Diff'Rent Strokes, Coleman appeared in commercials and made guest appearances on shows like The Jeffersons and Good Times. His charisma, wit, and undeniable star power made him a standout, catching the attention of television producers. When Coleman landed the role of Arnold Jackson on Diff'Rent Strokes, his life changed forever. The show was an immediate success, and Coleman became its standout star. Playing the younger of 2 adopted brothers, Arnold's innocence, combined with his sharp comebacks, won the hearts of viewers. He quickly became the most popular character, and his star power contributed significantly to the show's high ratings. Diff'Rent Strokes explored a range of social issues, from racism to child molestation, while maintaining its comedic core, and Coleman's portrayal of Arnold provided both heart and humor. The show's success extended beyond television ratings. Gary Coleman became a beloved public figure, appearing on talk shows, magazines, and in movies like The Kid with the Broken Halo and On the Right Track. His image was used in merchandising, and at one point, he was one of the highest-paid child actors in television. His face graced lunchboxes, and he even had a short-lived animated series, The Gary Coleman Show. While Gary Coleman's professional life seemed to be flourishing, his personal life was far more complex. As a child star, he faced immense pressure and scrutiny, and his relationship with his parents grew strained over time. In 1989, Coleman sued his parents and former manager over mismanagement of his trust fund, which had dwindled from $18 million to just $200,000. He eventually won a $1.3 million settlement, but the legal battles left him financially unstable and emotionally drained. His medical struggles also continued throughout his life. Regular dialysis treatments and health complications stemming from his kidney disease were ongoing challenges. Despite these hardships, Coleman attempted to reinvent his career, though it proved difficult to break free from the child star persona that had defined him. He appeared in various TV shows and films, but the projects failed to reach the success of Diff'Rent Strokes. Following the end of Diff'Rent Strokes, Gary Coleman's life took a sharp turn. Struggling to find steady work in Hollywood, he took on various jobs, including working as a security guard. This transition was symbolic of the difficulties many child stars face when their fame fades, and Coleman became a tabloid fixture, with reports of his financial struggles, legal issues, and health problems frequently making headlines. In 1998, Coleman made headlines when he was involved in a physical altercation with a fan who sought his autograph. The incident, which led to a lawsuit, further cemented the public perception of Coleman as a troubled star unable to escape his past. Despite these setbacks, Coleman remained a beloved figure in popular culture, often making self-deprecating appearances on shows like The Simpsons and The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. His willingness to laugh at himself, even in tough times, showed his resilience and ability to confront his hardships head-on. In 2007, Gary Coleman surprised many when he married Shannon Price, a woman he had met on the set of a film. Their marriage, however, was tumultuous. The couple's relationship was marred by public disputes, and they appeared on the reality TV show Divorce Court to address their issues. Coleman's personal life during these years was highly publicized, often for negative reasons, yet he continued to push forward, determined to maintain his dignity in the face of public scrutiny. Despite their separation, Price remained in Coleman's life, and she was present during his final days. Gary Coleman's tragic life culminated in his mysterious and controversial death in 2010. At the age of 42, Coleman suffered a fall at his home in Utah, resulting in a serious head injury. He was rushed to the hospital, where he was placed on life support. Shockingly, Shannon Price, who was still legally his partner at the time, decided to take him off life support, despite their troubled history and questions about her intentions. Coleman's death raised a storm of speculation and conspiracy theories. Some questioned whether the fall was accidental, given the tensions in his marriage, while others criticized the decision to remove him from life support so quickly. Adding to the controversy, Price later attempted to auction off photos of Coleman taken while he was in the hospital, an action that was met with public outrage. These dark revelations surrounding his final days left a cloud of suspicion and sadness over his passing. The secrets and scandals that emerged after Gary Coleman's death ultimately tarnished the legacy of the once adored child star. Fans who had grown up watching him on Diff'Rent Strokes were left grappling with the harsh realities of his life off-screen, which stood in stark contrast to the lighthearted, lovable persona they had known. From the betrayals by his family to his troubled marriage, to the questions surrounding his death, Coleman's life became a symbol of the darker side of child stardom. His story highlighted the exploitation and lack of protection that many child stars face in Hollywood, as well as the long-lasting emotional and psychological impact of early fame. Instead of being remembered solely for his iconic role, Coleman's legacy became intertwined with the tragedies and hardships that plagued his life, a heartbreaking reminder of how fame can sometimes bring more sorrow than joy. The weekend after Coleman's death, a scheduled funeral was postponed and later cancelled following a dispute regarding the disposition of his estate and remains among Coleman's adoptive parents, former business associate Anna Gray and Price. Coleman's former manager Dion Meal was initially involved but withdrew after Coleman's 1999 will, which had named Meal as executor, was found to have been superseded by a 2005 will replacing Meal with Gray. The earlier will had stipulated that Coleman's wake be conducted by those with no financial ties to me and can look each other in the eyes and say they cared personally for Gary Coleman, but the later version directed that there be no funeral service, wake, or other ceremony memorializing my passing. Gary Coleman's impact on television and pop culture remains undeniable. As one of the first African-American child stars to achieve widespread fame, he helped pave the way for future generations of young black actors. His portrayal of Arnold Jackson broke stereotypes, and his success on Diff'Rent Strokes was a significant milestone in television history. Beyond his role on the show, Coleman's life story served as a cautionary tale about the pitfalls of fame, particularly for child actors. His struggles with health, finances, and family are a reminder of the pressures young stars often face, and his perseverance in the face of these challenges made him an enduring figure in the public consciousness. Today, Gary Coleman is remembered not only for his iconic role as Arnold Jackson but also for his resilience and humor in the face of adversity. Though his life was marked by many challenges, his charm, talent, and unforgettable presence on screen left an indelible mark on the world of entertainment.